Hello, this is a quick tutorial in BlitPaint on using the brush modes. Now down here there's this little light, and if you click any one of these it changes the mode. First mode simply uses the first colour. The second mode mixes between these two colours and gives you something random. And the third mode takes the grayscale value or black and white and mixes it between the two values. So you can imagine if your brush has got white in it and some darker tones in it, it's basically going to bring in these two tones based on that. Okay, so it gives you a good bit of variation. Now the use of that is if you go into the Commodore mode, old retro style, then you can actually lay down like a black backdrop here and draw some white lines like this, and I can actually capture to about here, right? So I've got this repeatable pattern that's got, you know, kind of a gap in there, right? But what I can do now, so I've cleared the screen. In this top mode, I can choose which two colors I want both of these to be, and I can start drawing in some nice bars. So you see where it's white, it shows this color, and where it's black, it shows this color. So that's really handy for pixel art type stuff. Choose these two, you can see I can get these two colors, these two, and so on, right? So I can make up my own little sprites with black and white first. So I can do something like a shape like this. Okay, and there's no background in here, but if I paint this the black background and then grab that as a brush, okay, and go into this mode, I can choose my two tones and basically start brushing away there. I think I missed a pixel, but that's fine, that could be useful for an actual background tone. So let's just add in black, paint in here with two tones and get a nice little repeatable pattern. It can be good for a building, right? But I can choose any two tones and use it however I like. Okay, let's do a new one. I'm just going to clear everything and go back to this line here. I'm going to fill the backdrop with black. I'll choose black and white, and I'm just going to plop a few lines down here. Now there is a gap between, that's not ideal, so I'm going to go back to this one here. I'm just going to clear, fill, let's just drag a whole bunch of lines here. Okay, and then because I'm capturing both layers, there's black in this layer and there's the white lines here, I'm just going to capture all of that data, right? And it's a whole lot of black and white. Now it's captured a bit more than I need. I'm just going to capture that again. So the white line, okay, this time I got the wrong bit. Do that one more time. Does get a bit fiddly. Okay, there we go. Alright, so everything looks the same, right? I've got this nice big brush I can use. I can get rid of these because I didn't really get those right. Right, so I've got this brush, and what I want to do is decide what two tones I want this brush to be. So I can say pink and purple. If I click here, it's now going to transfer those two tones into that. You can see it looks kind of like a new tone, right? Just get it all over here. There we go. Alright. So now I can make a new brush and I can start on a new layer if I want. I'm just going to go back and choose the pixel, and I can say, okay, I want something like this and something like this. Right, so I've got this little shape here. Now I don't want to grab this color. I'm just going to do capture current layer, and I only drew on this layer, so I'm just going to capture that little part. Let's do that again. It's a bit fiddly. Okay, let's get rid of that one. So now I've got black and white tones again. I go into this mode and I choose the two tones I want to use. So these two, and I can start painting. And I get a nice kind of pattern here. Right, I can also rotate it. If I click this a couple of times, I can turn it upside down. Get the opposite. Click that a couple of times again. I can flip it horizontally, if that makes any sense, but in this case it just does the same thing because it's symmetrical. Right. But we can definitely make new tones for this, so I can say, okay, give me white and cyan. So eventually I can build up a whole lot of things. I get the two extra tones here, two extra tones here, and I can build up something that looks quite full of patterns and different tone work. When you look at it here, you can see that the tones start to blend together a bit. So it does make this a little bit different from conventional pixel art, where you do have to maybe, you know, copy and paste a little part and just decide where you want to put it. Whereas this, if you hold down Shift, it basically snaps to the size of the brush, so you don't have to worry. Like for this one, I can hold down Shift and it basically gives me, if I don't hold down Shift, it just draws it as normal, right? And if I go quite fast, it's, you know, it's not brushing as many. So that is pretty much this video, and as you can see, it's playing through everything that I did there, albeit a little bit slow. But yeah, that is BlitPaint, and it's really useful for making new brushes. This mode here switches between these two based on the grayscale value or black and white. I find it more useful in black and white because you can customize the two tones, and that's more useful in the Commodore mode because you're limited on the number of tones. But that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I'd love to see what you make. Thanks for watching. Bye.